All right, we're ready to get started. How many people are having a great time at DreamOlé? Right? Learning a lot? Okay, well, year number 3 and I'm back, so thank you so much for having me. It's really exciting to be here, to be able to host so many apps that are available off and on the App Exchange today. So we've got 9 contestants. We've got Cloud Watchers, WeFox Group, ShareInPix, Provar, S4G Consulting, Omega, Copado, Financial Force, and Nubica. So many people are here today that have prepared to demo their app or their solution that can help you solve problems in 3 minutes or less. How many people have been to a DemoJam before? Show of hands. Wow, a lot of people. Okay, so these people may know all of the rules then. This is me. My name is Joshua. And sometimes Touch ID works. Okay, cool. And all right, so the rules are very, very simple. Who's been to a DemoJam before? One more time. Who's been to a DemoJam? Can you tell me one of the rules?
Got me there. Basically, you have to demo within 30 seconds, and you got to make it a good demo.
Awesome. So you have 3 minutes or less, and at when you have 30 seconds left, I'm going to give the DemoJam contestant a warning, okay? All of these DemoJam participants cannot use slides because we want them to show the best of their app, okay? And at the very, very end, 1 DemoJam participant will be able to take home the trophy, which I haven't seen yet, so I hope it's here. Lara? Julio? Yes, it's here. Okay, cool. All right, so let's talk about voting. And so has everyone gotten a little voting card when you came in? If you don't have a voting card, they'll be available later on when we do the voting. You will only be able to vote for 1 contestant only. Uno. See? All right, cool. All right, who's ready to get the DemoJam started? You guys ready? All right. Let the best person win. All right, you guys still with me? All right, cool. So first up, we have Cloud Cultures, and joining us today, we have Paula, who's going to show us just exactly the value that Cloud Cultures can provide. So today, training is the future, right? There's always an ongoing need for training your end users, training your employees, and apparently you have a solution that's going to make us easy for us, right?
Exactly.
All right, Paula, over to you. Do we have a mic?
Can you hear me? Yes? No, okay.
All right, over to you. Your 3 minutes starts now. Good luck.
3 minutes, right there. So my name is Paula Quiroz. I'm a cloud coacher, and if you don't know what we do, cloud coaches, we provide training services, also other type of consultancy services and adoption, but we're going to focus on training in these 3 minutes. So training, as you know it, we usually provide a 1-week training course, and that's a good way to start and to kick off your careers within Salesforce, but that's not enough, because Salesforce is constantly evolving, and you need to be up to date every single minute. You need constant training. So that's what we are going to see today with this demo. So let's imagine that you are one new recruit. You enter in one of our Salesforce partners, and you need to learn everything that needs to be known about your Salesforce solution, your cloud or whatever. So instead of just attending a 5-day course, you can get into an online training platform where you can see all the information that you need to do and you need to learn. And most of all, if you are a Salesforce partner, you can see which all the users in your organization are reading, watching, and everything. So that's what the demo is about. It's our new, this is a premiere, a worldwide premiere, Cloud Coaches TV. So let's imagine that you are a new recruit, and you come here and you go to the participant panel, so you can see which training options you have available, which options, which path you are entitled to study for your career. So here you go into training. And by the way, sorry for that, because this information is in Spanish. I was just told yesterday afternoon that the demo had to be done in English. Sorry for that. So the content...
You can do Spanish.
The content is in Spanish. But as you know, I'm explaining it in English. So here we go. You have several options that you can learn about. And here is the little tiny bit of content from Cloud Coaches. Of course, in Cloud Coaches TV, all these channels are going to be made by us. We will provide the content with interviews, videos, tests, resources. Of course, we will use Trailhead. Of course, Trailhead is a great, great tool, but we will complement it with additional training and explanations. Okay? So let me show you one example. Here we go. I'm right now in the shoes of a student, and I'm going to see this part of the training. Of course, I have done this. Let me go to the video.
30 seconds remaining.
30 seconds. Okay, let's start. Cloud Coaches TV. And here's an example of the video.
Hola, soy Cristina Muñoz de Cloud Coaches y estamos aquí de nuevo para explicaros una nueva píldora sobre Salesforce. ¿Vale? Si imaginamos una hoja de Excel, ¿vale? Una hoja de Excel va a ser para Salesforce un objeto.
I will not walk you through all the video. It's
Time's up.
but okay.
All right, give it a round
Esto
for
va a ser un
Paula.
objeto.
All right, so we all know that training is not very easy in the Salesforce ecosystem. And one thing that Paulo pointed out is the fact that are you guys still with me? You guys still here? You guys want to see more? All right, cool. Just making sure. So the fact is that training in the ecosystem is very hard. If you have a mass or a lot of people to train, you want to be able to put together short and sweet videos that allow you to efficiently and effectively be able to deliver that content to the users, okay? All right, so next up, we have no stranger to DemoJams. It's Mr. David himself from Capado. And for those of you, how many of you have used Capado before? Okay, cool, some users in the audience, that's good. All right, so Capado helps you with continuous integration as well as agile software development within the Salesforce platform. And to show you how that's getting easier today, David's joined us from Capado, and you've got 3 minutes, right?
Yes.
All right, you ready?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can we hear David?
Hello?
Can we hear you?
Hello? Yeah, awesome.
All right, cool, David, your 3 minutes starts now. Good luck, sir.
All right, who has had challenges deploying Salesforce changes here? So you're in the right place, because Capado solves your problems. With Capado, no longer you need to use ChainSet, because you don't need to log in into each sandbox to deploy some metadata. Now, wherever you install Capado, you can deploy your changes from Salesforce of all your sandboxes. So for example, here you can see this is a flow where I connected all my sandboxes from development, integration, testing, and then production. So then I'm going to have a user story where I need to do a business requirement. And in this user story, I'm going to go ahead and develop it in my developer sandbox. And once I'm finished, I'm going to go ahead and select the changes. So when selecting the changes, I can go ahead and search for my components. Let's say I was working on an Apex class. I created a new field on the account object. So I'm going to select that here. And I want to update my admin profile with these new field. So I'm going to go ahead and select the profile, and I'm going to save my changes. So behind the scenes, Capado integrates with version control, meaning with Git, so that you can version the changes of all your metadata across time. So if there's an issue in the future, you can easily roll back to a previous version. So while the commit is happening, behind the scenes, Capado creates a feature branch in your repository, and it saves the metadata. So let's take a look if this has already finished. So here it is. I have my feature branch created. So back in the user story, I'm going to go ahead and see the metadata that I selected, that I saved. And now I want to validate that it can be deployed. So I'm going to go ahead and validate the changes. So behind the scenes, Capado is going to create a validation deployment against the target environment, which in this case is integration. This is to make sure that it can be deployed so I don't waste time of my release manager with a failing deployment. I can fix the issues myself. So going back to the user story, since I have Apex classes, I can also run static code analysis. I want to check the quality of my code. And let me click that again from here. And I can also test Apex classes. So I want to make sure that I'm meeting the 75% minimum coverage. So I can run my Apex test from here. And as soon as that's finished, if I go back to my user story.
30 seconds remaining.
Thank you. When I go back to my user story, I see my validation deployment is complete, and my Apex testing is above the minimum. So from here, in Copado, as you move your changes, you can keep tracking of all your metadata per every business requirement. And because we're native on the Salesforce platform, you can leverage the power of reports and dashboards. And as you grow with your teams, Copado also grows with you. It can scale so that you can focus on what really matters, and that is creating awesome applications and also tapping into the return on investment of Salesforce so that you can focus on delivering the most value to the business as possible.
Time's up.
Thank you very much.
All right. Right under the wire there, so thank you. One of the things, and I believe Copado actually won one of the demo jams before. Which one did you win, David? 2017. So the very first demo jam, Copado won. So best of luck, thank you for that. So Copado can show you today how it's easier for you to manage your deployment life cycles and your collaboration inside of your Git repository. Copado does a lot of the magic for you to make the developer's life a lot easier. Round of applause for David one more time. Awesome. So next up we've got Alvaro from Financial Force, and he's going to show us some sexy dashboards that are done in PSA. And they have Einstein Analytics, maybe?
That's right.
All right, so I'm really excited to see this. PSA has been around for a very long time. I used to work for Aperio. They took over one of the apps that we developed, and it's a platform that really allows people to be more efficient with managing projects throughout the whole entire organization. And so with that, Alvaro, you ready? All right, your 3 minutes starts now. Good luck.
Thank you. All right, so the most important part of any system is how you report on and present that information, especially when you're an executive. So at Financial Force, we're providing an executive with a single dashboard that combines a set of information so that in a single view, you can see your billings and how the average billing rate is trending over time. You can see your backlog and utilization, so you can see where your resources, whether they're meeting or even exceeding your targets. You can see forecasting and capacity, and you can see where your resources are gonna be needed. So for example, here we can see how there's a lot of remaining capacity still available. So let's deep dive and see what's happening there. So by drilling in, we get the big picture. Now we can see how the amount of remaining hours is actually not enough to cover the scheduled work. So we need to do something about it, right? So we're distributing all of the verticals into different regions, practices, and groups. And by filtering the time by different time ranges, you can see when those resources are gonna be needed, right? Also, you can see what resources are more available. So let's go ahead and focus, for example, in the Americas region. So for that, we just have to click on the remaining capacity for Americas, and the complete dashboard is filtered by this new value, right? So now we can go directly to all the resources, which ones are available, and we can also see by the roles. But Financial Force is not only focusing on professional services. We also look at the whole 360 view all the way to financials. So let's have a look at the financial side. So now we can provide the executive with a complete view how their business is running. So we can see the revenue growth, gross margin, operating expenses, and EBITDA. And all of these, we can change the way it's visualized using smart filters. And you can see your output all real time. So you want to continue your analysis? Well, no problem. Let's go ahead and view some of the details. So now we can see how our revenue, it's broken down by dimension, by geography, and by product. And all of the content, it's fully interactive. So you can see how interacting with the content, everything will update accordingly.
30 seconds remaining.
At the same time, you can even drill down, for example, on your geography and compare it across how the different products are sold where, giving you a complete view of your business at a global scale. So that's Financial Force. Thank you, guys.
All right. With 10 seconds to spare. All right, with 10 seconds to spare, that's not easy. So Financial Force is a very important app that a lot of companies can use to keep track of where the resources are, where time's being spent, all the way through to financials. So it is it's an amazing app, and you guys want to check it out on the App Exchange. All right, you guys having fun so far? Liking these demos, learning something? All right, cool. Raise your hand if this is your first DreamOlé. First DreamOlé, okay. I have a question for you, sir. Are you ready? All right. What's one thing that you've learned today?
Learn and have fun.
You learn to have fun, right. Within the community. With Ohana and the community, anything's possible, including fun. All right, anyone else learn anything today? Anyone learn anything from the sessions? Let me come back all the way here. Oh my gosh, who is this? No way, oh my gosh, it's Carolina!
That's a really good sign. Really, really good. You know what I learned today?
What did you learn?
This DreamOlé idea started, I think, 4 years ago. And Salesforce community was like, in Spain, was like, what's that? What the hell are you speaking about? I'm sorry for my French. But look at this today. Look at how many companies do we have today here. Look at how many people is here today. Comparing with the first DreamOlé and with these small developer groups or user groups that we have in every single small town. What did I learn today? That this is future. This is now and future. And this is great. Our community is great. And we are doing things for us, for the community, and for the future. I love this.
Absolutely, thank you so much. And she's absolutely right. I remember at the first DreamOlé where we were down in a very, very small venue. We had 2 floors. We had an upstairs and a downstairs. There's a photo booth. The memories are just coming back, but it was a very, very small area for us to be able to actually host 3 different sessions, to be in a conference hotel this year with like amazing air conditioning, several different rooms, comfortable chairs, and Wi-Fi that works. There's just so many things that, that this event has improved upon, and to be here today and witnessing where we've come from is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for visiting. All right, cool. Carolina, round of applause for Carolina. All right, what a wonderful surprise. It's always great to see folks who have been in the community come back and witness how the community has changed over the years. So thank you for being a part of that. And we all, of course, we're expecting to see everyone here next year. And one of the things that I love about DreamOlé is the fact that when I come to these events, I feel that they're more of a destination event. Right? We've been in Madrid, we've been in Barcelona, and now we're here. And just the fact that my favorite thing is the next day, usually on Saturday, if everyone's hanging out tomorrow, all of the organizers and some of the attendees, we all somehow end up hanging out. We've gone to beaches, we've gone to bars, we've gone to corner stores to pick up food and snacks to have picnics. And that only happens at this conference when I'm here. And I really do enjoy that. So if you have the opportunity to hang out around town tomorrow, look on Twitter for where we're hanging out, and please join the party. We are One Ohana. Okay, are we ready? All right, so next up we've got Nubika, and Jorge is gonna show us something about trains, maybe? Yeah. You ready? All right, cool. So your 3 minutes starts now, and I really want to see this train work. So this is what I've been looking forward to, all right? Cool, go for it. Good luck.
Hola, ¿se me oye bien? Sí. Vale, soy Jorge Ortega Morata, de Nubica Cloud Solutions. En Nubica nos caracterizamos sobre todo por esa gran inquietud a la hora de usar las nuevas tecnologías, Y normalmente siempre aprovechamos cualquier oportunidad a la hora de salirnos del marco estándar que nos propone Salesforce con aplicaciones tipo Sales, Marketing. Y bueno, lo que vais a ver hoy aquí es el resultado de una de esas ocasiones. El producto en sí se basa en una maqueta de tren con una placa de Arduino y un sensor que envía información a Salesforce y registra el paso del tren por el sensor. Y hemos modelado todo esto con objetos estándar de Salesforce y también custom para modelar las estaciones y el paso del tren. Y así poder determinar si el tren llega con retraso o no. Vale, lo que estáis viendo ahí es el ticket de un usuario que acaba de comprar un ticket del tren para el trayecto Murcia-Málaga. Vamos a simular el paso del tren por la estación, por la primera estación. Vamos a ver si se ha quedado registrado. Aquí lo podéis ver, la primera estación es Castle Black. Y nada, ahora vamos a simular que ha llegado con retraso. Hemos establecido que el retraso mínimo van a ser unos 15 segundos, más o menos, o sea, no es real, pero para una demo pues más que recomendable. Vamos a simularlo. No se ha registrado. Vale, ahora sí. Y como podemos ver aquí, me acaba de notificar que mi tren llega con retraso. Y nada, esta es la demo. Espero que os haya gustado. Y a votar.
All right.
Okay. For those who haven't seen it, there was a train moving, so there was a sensor, so they've used an Arduino circuit board, and they've used standard Salesforce, they've thought outside the box, and they've added those sensors to check when the train just goes by and detect delays, and the user has been notified with an email just when the sensor is detected. So that was really cool, really cool. Something more difficult is to get a speed train from Murcia to Malaga. I think that's a lot more difficult than what you've done, but in a beautiful world, it would exist. Thank you, Josh.
No, thank you. And all that was done in under 30, and actually in under 3 minutes, right? And so it really goes to show that between sensors, mobile apps, microchips, and whatever it is, you can really create that awesome customer experience by giving an email notification to someone who's waiting for a train that they might be delayed. No one likes to be delayed, but if we have technology keep us informed and aware of what might be happening to our journey, it makes it a lot more easier to commute. So round of applause again for Vibika. All right, guys, stay tuned. Make sure you're keeping tabs on your favorite demoer. We've got a couple more. Next one is Omega. And so Omega CRM is a Salesforce Gold partner, and they're going to show us just about some things that you've built recently as a consulting partner, correct?
Yes.
All right, so here's Jose Maria, and your 3 minutes starts now.
So, as Joshua mentioned, you hear me, right? Yeah, well, as Joshua mentioned, we built some integration with blockchain technology for a partner, Easy in this case. They wanted to certify their credentials, giving meaning credential, a title, a diploma, something that they give to their students. Is a business teaching business. Okay. So they give classes, so they wanted to track those who assist and those who not. And in order to not being able to say, I wasn't there or I was there, we use blockchain to certify that. Okay? So here is a little, we apply it globally this for a register, in this case, an opportunity. You know, we close the opportunity, but that could change. We have tools in Salesforce that let us know who changed the record status, the record characteristics. But maybe we want to show outside Salesforce that that happened, that it was at a given date, I choose to close an opportunity as close one. Okay. So let's say I close the opportunity. How I cannot retract from that? So, it's very close, thank you. I have here a Lightning Web component that let me select the fields that I can see. Okay. I can choose to show the API names if I want. But let's say that I want also to say, this opportunity was one. Let's put the probability in the stage. It should be just for redundancy. And I choose to certify the record. Okay? So the record is sent for certification. What does that mean? Okay, we send it to the blockchain. In this case, we're using Drops10 testnet for this demo. And you see that it's already in progress, and I have a hash. That hash lets me identify the transaction on blockchain. So if I can copy it, or I can just go to the link, and it will send me to the FR scan, where, well, we see the transaction is going on. When the transaction has finished, I will also see, let me show you for the sake of the demo time, I can also see the fields that I send here. Okay? So I send...
30 seconds remaining.
Put it a little bit bigger. I send an opportunity with this date time, the org ID, the ID of the record, and the information that I have selected. So giving that hash to any client and going to Robston, I could check that if this transaction has occurred and that register had that configuration at a given time.
Awesome, time's up. Thank you very much. So I don't know if anyone can relate like I can, but many, many months ago, and for probably about a year, there was this buzzword in this community system, right, in this community that was blockchain, 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 blockchain. It was almost like everyone's using AI today. And I never, ever really understood what blockchain was until I went to a community event. It happened to be last year at Midwest Streaming. It was a community conference where we had a demo of really what blockchain is. And it's a platform that allows you to certify timestamps and transactions at a point in time that has additional layers of security that's basically untoppable. Whoa.
And if you want to know more about blockchain, I'm going to leak a little something. There's going to be a keynote about blockchain at French Tech Dreamin'.
Wow, all right. Hey, it's not very far, so definitely check out that session at French Touch Streaming. It's not too far. It should be very easy for you guys to get to. So that's how I learned about blockchain. It's really cool to be able to see that demo and to see really how blockchain has come into our Salesforce ecosystem and how we're using that technology to make our lives easier. Round of applause one more time. All right. Next up, we've got Provar. So Provar is a testing platform that happens to be built on the Salesforce platform. It allows you to test different features that have been implemented as well as integrate into continuous integration systems, right, Richard? All right, so up with us today, we've got Richard and G. They're going to just show us how Provar can make a developer's life a little more easier, right? Or anyone's life. And I guess you want this mic, right? All right, so I'll give you the mic and I'll start the timer, okay? All right, here we go. Your time starts now.
Hola, everyone. I'm Richard. This is G.
I'm G.
So normally we give you a demonstration of Provar in action, testing Salesforce, how we do intelligent test automation. We're not going to do that today. We're going to do something fun, or I hope it's fun. We're going to show you Trailhead being tested. And, oh, what's that at the top? G, have you done your admin certification?
No, but I'm only one behind. I'm going to do it next time.
No, they changed it. You can't be too behind anymore. You've got to do it by April the 19th or we'll lose your cert.
Are you're kidding? I'm on holiday next week. Why don't you do it for me like usual?
Well, I have done it already, I suppose, and you could use my test script. All right, G, do you want to see how you can get your Winter 19 admin cert in under a minute?
That would be amazing because we've only got 2 minutes left of this demo jam.
Good point. Okay. Now, I don't think anyone's listening, so shh, don't tell Salesforce.
All right, my lips are sealed.
Okay. All right. So I've already created a test case. I've shared that with G.
So what does this test do?
So what we can see, it started running. It's already logged into Salesforce. 3 minutes isn't long after all. It's logged into Trailhead here, and it's already opened. It's done a search for the Winter 19 admin search. It's opened that up. It's clicked on the first module. And what we want to do is run through the answers quickly. But why should we do all the work? Okay, question 1. You guys can answer this one for us. Winter 19, on which object can users assign a new owner to multiple records at one time from Lightning Experience List View? Shout out A, B, C, D, please. I'm going to go with the A's. Let's do that, and time-wise, G, can you do the rest of the test for me as well, please? Okay, so we're now running through, it's selecting, it's executing those. We don't know if it's right until we press that button at the bottom, though, so fingers crossed. Okay, so far so good. That's only half the story, though. We now need to do the hands-on steps.
So this could also do the steps in Salesforce?
Absolutely. So we could drive the UI. Winter 19, though, lets us, it's quite a simple one, guys. You just have to create 3 objects, okay? 3 records. So we're using the Salesforce API to do that and pushing those in directly. So let's do that on the next step, then.
We're waiting for the challenge to complete.
Drum roll, please. Yes!
Richard, I've got a really great idea. Why don't we start doing this as a service? No one's going to find out, and these guys would love it.
Well, we could do that, but we are a Salesforce partner, and I don't think they'll look favorably on that. Hopefully today you've seen how we can automate things, we can run them multiple times. We do not really do this. G does not have an admin certification. Okay, please don't ban us in future. If you want to know more about test automation, come to our stand, please. Thank you very much.
Wow, nothing like an edgy presentation. Nice. So what I love about that is that what you were able to see is that that whole entire UI, the clicks, the button presses, the scrolling, the merging things into all of the into the backend API, all of that was actually written by a script, right? And so how many of us in the room have been on a project that's taken 6 weeks or more? On a project, 6 weeks or more? 8 weeks or more? Okay. So if you have 8 weeks of software development, that 8 weeks is going to take some testing time. There's UAT and there's also QA, right? Provar can actually help you save time in manual tests. Imagine if you were just able to click a button and run all of your tests. That's what Provar can do for you. So do check them out at the stand. Thank you very much. Round of applause for Provar. All right, so next up, we've got S4G, and S4G is a consulting partner. They are gold, and they've built an app called CFOS app, and it's supposed to make logging into orgs very efficient and effectively, because how many of you have more than 10 Salesforce orgs that you log into? Yeah, all of us. All right, so hopefully this is something that could help everyone in the audience. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, your 3 minutes starts now. Good luck.
Trabajando en un partner de Salesforce, vemos que hay un patrón que se repite que yo creo que gran parte de los partners sufren, y es que debido a la cantidad de proyectos y de clientes que manejamos el día a día, tenemos que tener, un lugar centralizado en donde tenemos que tener toda esta información para compartirla con el equipo, otro, hacerlo de forma segura para que alguien que no es parte, digamos, del proyecto no esté accediendo a esta información, y otro, hacerlo lo más rápido posible. Vamos a mostrarles cómo lo hacemos en S4G. En S4G, para lo que nos son nosotros las cuentas, son clientes. Entre los clientes tenemos lo que sería la entidad de System Access. System Access representa precisamente esa información, los accesos de cómo entramos a las orgs, bien sea de Pardot, de Salesforce o de Marketing Cloud. Veamos, por ejemplo, el caso de Kaelis. Tenemos todo lo que sería esta información, por favor no se loguen, igual es una developer. Pero claro, tenemos toda esta parte, está muy bien, la parte de visibilidad la controla Salesforce, pero imagínense, perdemos la parte de agilidad. ¿Por qué? Porque imagínense tener que venir a nuestro Salesforce, buscar el cliente, buscar la OR, copiar, pegar las credenciales. Luego, ¿qué pasa si tenemos el código de verificación? Tenemos la buena práctica de que tenemos todos estos usuarios centralizados en un mismo correo categorizado. Para de esta forma podemos ir a también un lugar centralizado a buscar toda esta información. Ahora, la parte de agilidad. ¿Cómo solucionamos la parte de agilidad? Pues tenemos una extensión de Chrome desarrollada por su servidor llamada Sifos, que se conecta con nuestro Salesforce, que podemos buscar, ver rápidamente y loguearnos en un plis plus para lo que son las órdenes de nuestros clientes. Tenemos, por ejemplo, lo que serían los accesos recientes para aquellas organizaciones con las que estamos trabajando recientemente. Tenemos, por ejemplo, también accesos favoritos, aquellos clientes con los que sabemos que estamos trabajando y que los queremos tener ahí siempre al punto de mira. Tenemos accesos personalizados, aquellos que, bueno, que necesitamos tenerlos para nosotros, por ejemplo, las orgs de Trailhead, las developers, por ejemplo, también, y no las queremos guardar para toda la empresa. Entremos, por ejemplo, ahora a una de las organizaciones para que veamos un poquito también de cómo solemos trabajar. Buscamos, pinchamos, directamente se hace el submit. ¿Y qué pasa? Cuando nos encontramos con esta situación, ¿qué pasa? Tendríamos que ir a buscar el código de verificación, pero no. Tenemos un botón nuevo aquí en esta página. Esto es una página de Salesforce. Nosotros lo que hacemos es inyectar ese botón directamente, lo pinchamos y Sifo se encarga de ir a la cuenta de Gmail, buscar el código de verificación y estamos dentro. Solo un ninja o un espartano
30 seconds remaining.
Rápido y eficaz. Hemos bajado lo que sería el tiempo de acceso a una org de unos minutos a unos 7 segundos.
All right. Awesome job. Awesome, awesome, awesome job. So even though that was in Spanish and I don't speak Spanish, I understood what was clearly happening there. Juana and Jonathan, thank you so much for showing us that demo. So as we look about making our lives better and giving us more time in life, there are a certain amount of things within inside of our daily jobs that can be seen as annoying, like the one-time password every single time we log into an org. And so what you've been able to see today is how you can actually build on the platform to make your life easier and actually solve a common problem, which is having to flip a screen, go into your email, take out your phone, remember this 5-digit code and type it into a login screen. All that with the Sifos app is automated for you. So thank you very much. Another round of applause for S4G. All right, so we've got 2 more coming up for you, and coming up is no stranger to DreamOlé. It's Jean-Michel, and he has a company, Sharing Pics, and they do amazing things with pictures, and you're going to show us today how exactly the retail space can leverage your app and your solution, right?
Yeah, exactly. Hey guys. Yeah, that's better.
Awesome. Your 3 minutes. Your 3 minutes starts now. Good luck.
That's the only Spanish I know. Sorry for that. So. The Sharing Pics is a component which permits to upload, edit, and manage images directly within your Salesforce, and it's working mostly everywhere. It's working in that web form as an example where you can upload images and have that then sync back directly in this case as an example where you can have images rendered and even annotate them directly from there. But that's not the only thing that we do. We also provide that directly to the mobile. As an example, with this brand new mobile page builders that's going to be available very soon. You can use our Lightning component, drag and drop it there, making ready to be used on the mobile, coming with a Touch ID, a Touch UI that permits to pinch the picture and so on, and have access to all the features, such as annotation directly from the mobile. If you're not having the page builder yet, you can also have a Lightning action that pop up this Lightning component. It's then have the exact same kind of feature directly within a desktop. So here you can click on the picture, view it bigger, see the annotation, remove the annotation, and even by tagging some picture, having that sync back in your Salesforce as a field, resized image. So in a formula, you can render that, and guess what? You can have that in your views, in your reports, in your emails, in your website if you like, everywhere. But that's not all. So what we do on top of that, we have been elected one of the 25 first Lightning, powered by Lightning apps on the App Exchange. Why? because we are playing the lining game as far as we can and coming with a lot of lining components such as this one, which is a button that permits to directly upload images. Oh, that's PDF. It's not a problem for SharePix. We are supporting also SVG, AI, EPS, PSD, PDF as file. All those files going to be then directly transformed as SharePix image records that's going to come and updated automatically. Those records contain metadata, such as resized version of this picture. As an example, this picture that we want as a square has been resized, and resolution and everything that you would like, geolocation, so obviously this is in Spain. And a lot of other things, such as when you see a picture, you can select this picture and add a tag, such as cover, and then it comes automatically within this Lightning component that we offer for free on the App Exchange and display directly there. I must admit something. No developers were armed during the making of that video, on that demo. I made that by myself with my admin skills only. But that's not all. Everything that you've seen is available for your development. So if you develop a lining page or a lining component, you can get use of that.
15 seconds.
Go right now on the App Exchange, try it for free for 2 weeks of time, and I'll be there, and you can win one of those very cool glasses that are playing music at my booth. See you later.
Ooh. Nice. Very nice. Always excited to see what Jean-Michel can whip up in the SharePix kitchen. So whether you're taking pictures of a display, maybe at a retail store, whether you're uploading pictures that you're taking from your phone at a speaker dinner last night, all of that information can be easily loaded inside of Salesforce. It can be geocoded. It can be reportable and trackable, all within inside the application. And the very best thing is it's lightning friendly. So thank you very much. Round of applause for Jean-Michel. All right, stay tuned. We're almost done. So I was told, does everyone have a little piece of paper to vote on later? All right, they'll be available, so just stick around because you will need not only that paper, but you also need a pen. So if you have your pen in your bag, now is a good time to grab your pen because after this demo, you will need it to mark your voting form. So remember, the voting form, you can only choose one DemoJam contestant, and that DemoJam contestant and winner will get bragging rights for next year. They're going to get the trophy, which is amazing, and they're also going to get announced at the keynote later on today. So you're going to want to stick around for the keynote as well. All right, cool. All right, so raise of hands of someone else who's your first DreamOlé. First DreamOlé. All right, first DreamOlé. I'm going to ask you a question. What have you learned today? And I guess better said, based upon the experience so far at DreamOlé, what is the best moment that you've had so far today?
Well, one of the stands we have a problem in the development phase we are doing. Some guy over there, I don't know who it is, give us a quick explanation about the component in Lightning and solve that problem. And so we have now a reference to work on that during the next weeks.
Cool. So, so really, problem solving is definitely one of the best attributes of the Ohana community. Whether you're online on the Success community, Trailblazer community, or you're actually in person at a community conference, we're always willing to help. And the fact that someone was willing to help you solve a problem for your project is great. We love to see that happen in the community. So thank you so much for attending. All right, cool. Are we ready?
No, 1 second.
No bueno. Okay, Julio.
Bueno. Estamos a medias, ¿no? ¿Qué hora es?
Un minuto.
Bueno, ya queda poco. 2 horitas, 3 horitas y luego ya empezamos con el salseo. Salsa. Who knows salsa here? Cumbia. Hey. Malagueñas, sevillanas. More people. Yes. Are you enjoying Malaga so far? Yeah? Nice weather, isn't it? The after party is after the closing keynote.
Who's going to the after party?
Hey, hey, hey. Okay. So we're ready now for WeFox?
Right. So up next is WeFox. What I like about what they're going to do is they have something to show us today that is truly transformational, and it's the fact that there are a lot of organizations across the whole entire world that want to go 100% digital throughout the whole entire company. And one thing that WeFox has been able to do is they've been able to do that with an insurance company. And I'm really interested to see just how you did that. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, your 3 minutes starts now. Good luck.
Okay, so one, it's a fully digital insurance, and what makes it so special is that it's completely managed by Salesforce. So this is our customer app, iOS. You can see this is my account. I have a household liability insurance and also a travel light. And now I'm going to show the process of filing a claim. So let's say last week you lost your bag or it was stolen or something like this. It was pre-populated because it lasts a little bit longer than 2 minutes, so I cannot show it everything. So, but basically it asks some questions about your claim. So first it asks you the amount, what happened, if you filled your report. Finally you show your pictures of what was stolen, my Mickey Mouse bag.
Oh, so cute.
Super expensive. You sign it, it's very quick, sign it, and that's it. And then it's just it went just directly to Salesforce, and our customer service can manage the claim. So I go to my contract here. Okay, Salesforce, thank you. This is my contract, and I can see that the claim is here. It has been just submitted. Okay, sorry, it's Salesforce. It's like, okay.
It's a demo.
And so this is the claim, and here, the customer service can manage. And the first thing we're going to show is the customer being super annoying. He just sent a message.
Is it done yet? Is it done yet? Is it done yet?
What happened with the bag? And we can see it here in Salesforce. Now, the customer agent, whenever Salesforce loads, okay, thank you.
Anytime now, Lightning. Lightning is super lightning fast.
Super fast, super lightning. And here you can see there's a chat, and I'm gonna write him back, hello, hello, yes, we are handling your claim, and a friendly face.
Oh, I want to see a heart.
I can send some pictures, and I'm gonna send it. Yeah, and he will get it directly into the app, and I also can write, okay, you can see it super fast. I could write, oh, it's me here. So another guy, hello, this is our internal chat to manage you. So I can send this claim, and I'm gonna send it, and also you can see here in the app, like the guy just got it. And we can do also several things like send an inspector to check this claim, so because maybe we are not sure that it was stolen your
30
bag.
seconds remaining.
And finally, what we are going to do is, okay, we approve your claim. Yeah, we want to approve it here, approved. And after that, we will show it in the app, and you can see it's covered, it's approved, and yeah, that's it.
And you got the money.
You got the money back. I mean, yeah.
Awesome. Just in the nick of time. All right. All right, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 5 minutes to spare before we get you off to the very next thing that you need to be able to do. I want to be able to thank you for attending. Does everyone have a piece of paper? Does everyone have your DemoJam voting sheet? Raise your DemoJam voting sheet up in the air. Is it okay, cool. Make sure that it's filled out. You can only select one. You can only select one DemoJam contestant on the piece of paper, all right? And so the folks in the red shirts are gonna be coming around the room for you to drop your voting piece there, all right? And we'll see everyone at the keynote later on today for the announcement. Thank you for attending. Happy DreamOlé.